So, what kind of music do you like to listen to? That's a question I get asked a lot, and it's always funny to see people's reaction when I tell them, I listen to video game music, man. Like, seriously. I don't listen to whatever plays on the radio these days because it is absolutely garbage. I know personally that music is subjective and everybody has their own flavor and what they're into, but me personally, I love video game music and it's all I pretty much listen to. Whether I'm editing videos in Adobe Premiere or I'm working on something in the C's Arcade, I tend to have video game music playing in the background. And it just fills me with all different kinds of vibes and emotions, depending on the song. So what I want to do in this new series of mine is highlight 5 different songs from various video games that you may or may have not played, and talk a little bit about how they make me feel. So welcome to my new series. Now that's what I call Video Game Music Volume 1. And welcome to the C's Arcade.
Get ready.
You know, it's funny, after all these years later, the one takeaway from this weekend rental was this amazing song. The synth used here for the overall mission is accompanied by the fantastic piano piece you hear once you get closer to the main hall. You know, it really does make you feel like you're in some ball surrounded by a bunch of rich, snobby diplomats. And while the composer does have a clean version of this song uploaded to his YouTube account, no doubt used for the PlayStation 1 version, there's something about the dynamic N64 version with all its compression that I prefer. Now let's face it, the soundtrack for Super Mario 64 is a classic in every sense of the word, and it's a game that will appear again in future episodes, but something about the file select theme just hits me in the feels. It's a song that I instantly fell in love with when I first played this legendary game back in 1996, and listening to it now hits me with a wave of warm, cozy nostalgia. I miss those days, I really do. But it definitely helped set the tone for a game that I will remember for years to come. From cozy and warm to horrifying and unsettling, The City of Ruin from Resident Evil 3 is one of those tracks that chills me to my very core every time I listen to it. It's a song that I would sometimes hear in my head as I stepped out for a night stroll in New York City. While this song is already pretty depressing as it is, it's not complete without the Raccoon City ambience that accompanies it. The wind carrying the zombies' moans and the cries of the crows from the distance. The monsters have indeed taken over the city. You can't talk about amazing video game music without mentioning fighting games and their abundance of wonderful, ear-pleasing tunes. This one comes from Battle Arena Toshinden, one of the very first games I ever got to boot up on my original PlayStation. The game had a banging soundtrack and is definitely deserving a listen, but Sophia's theme was always a favorite of mine. It was such a cool and catchy theme to accompany such a badass, sexy character. And it's one of those songs that I'll gladly listen to anytime, anywhere. And number 1 in Volume 1 has to go to this beautiful track, composed by Ace Combat Series veteran Keiki Kobayashi. Just another beautiful day in Grayson Area when suddenly the peace is broken by an explosion. Your military is unprepared and caught off guard. As Talisman, you take to the skies, leading Garuda team to defend your home from the invading Estavakian forces. Throughout this song, there is a sense of uncertainty and doubt. Yet despite that uneasy feeling pervading the song, the melody also gives me a feeling of hope and motivation to persevere. It's one of those beautiful moments in a game where the music hits me on a deeply emotional level, and that's why this song is one of my favorites of all time. Now, I'm going to allow this amazing track to play out the end of the video, but before I go, I wanted to ask you to hit the like button if you agree with any of my picks in today's volume, and if you experienced any of these songs in the past, let me know in the comment section below how they make you feel. May the Golden King smile upon you, and I hope you get to dance with the angels.